Hello there. I thought someone interesting was coming in today. I could feel it. Welcome to the Gilded Scabbard. How can I help you? Well, you're certainly in the right place, if a blade is what you seek. You see, I have some of the kingdom's finest blades here, not just in style, but in their stories, in their power, in their histories as well. But things work a little differently in this shop than in your typical run-of-the-mill weapons shop. You see, other blades are just pieces of steel that have been sharpened, but my blades here, they all have stories, tendencies, personalities even. So here in this shop, it's not so much the blade that the wielder chooses. It's much more about if the weapon accepts the wielder. But I think you might have some luck. Let's see if any of my blades are whispering your name, shall we? We'll put this one down. I'll finish polishing you later. Let me see. Let me get a good look at you, if you don't mind. You're a fighter, aren't you? Lots of people come in here, they might think that they're fighters, they might get into fights now and then, but you are truly a fighter by nature. But not a fighter who gets into conflicts simply for the sake of the conflict. No, you fight for a reason. To protect people, perhaps. To right a wrong that's been done. To purge the world of some sort of evil or injustice. To defend a home, a quarry, perhaps. But you certainly let your weapons do the talking for you, don't you? Quite a lot of courage, too, I can see. Interesting. I think I might have a few weapons here that could answer your call. Now, first of all, I'm sure that you're well versed in different types of melee weapons, but what style of weapon feels the most natural to you? A large two-handed sword, a more manageable one-handed sword that can be wielded with a shield, perhaps smaller dual blades that work together. Alright, yes, I can see that. Now, what drives you to adventure? There could be multiple reasons for multiple adventures, I suppose, but overall, would you say it's duty, curiosity, vengeance, something else entirely? Right. No, that's good. You're helping me narrow down which of the blades I want to show you first. Now, when faced with a difficult choice, are you more likely to follow your heart, your head, or the code that you live by? Interesting. All right. I think I might have a blade that would like you. Perhaps you're ready for another story. Let's see. This one might be a good fit for you. Maybe. It's not particularly the most elegant or refined blades that I have, but it is very, very powerful. Both in physical strength and in the stories that it could tell. This sword was named Kingsfall. You see, it was forged a bit crudely, perhaps, but it was forged for a farmer who rallied the people of his village and the surrounding land to help topple a tyrant king. Though a bit crude in appearance, perhaps, its reach and precision, and of course this particular farmer's courage, made it infamous among the nobility of the region. You can see it's forged out of very sturdy steel, with a simple crossguard there, wrapped in leather for comfort, with a pommel, so your hand doesn't fall off the back, obviously. It's got a nice weight to it. It feels important. What sort of blade wouldn't be important after it was part of a peasant rebellion to topple a tyrant king? You see, this isn't a knight's weapon per se, not the weapon of some high-ranking nobility. This is the sort of weapon that reminds the nobility that they should fear the farmers, the commoners, because when they rise up, when they have a cause that unites them, they are quite the force to be reckoned with. This is a blade that knows how to change the status quo, as long as its wielder has the courage and the metal to see it happen. Yeah. Why don't you hold it? See how that feels in the hand. Yes, it does certainly have some weight to it. It's a nice long sword. As I said, an excellent reach. A wonderful versatile weapon for different styles of fighting. No, perhaps it's not the perfect match for you. It could work, perhaps. But maybe there's something that would suit you a bit better. Yeah, take this one back. We'll see. We'll keep this one in mind. It certainly is a historical piece. But I have another. Yes, I know which one to show you. Hold on. Let's see. It could be an interesting match, couldn't it? Nice and sturdy. Maybe. Let's see what you think. Here we are. This blade has certainly seen its fair share of battles as well. This is a xiphos. It's a lovely symmetrical blade that has sort of a leaf shape to it, they call it. It's wider here, and it goes a bit narrower, and gets wider near the tip, and then of course tapers off into a nice sharp point. It's a bit shorter than Kingsfall, but it has much nicer flexibility. A bit easier to wield, especially if you're going to be also wielding a shield. But the curves of it make it a very agile weapon. Now this is called the Stonewake xiphos. It wasn't forged in any particularly special, remarkable way, but it's a nice sturdy sword. But it was once wielded by an immovable guardsman who defended his masters for a full 3 days on a treacherous mountain path, single-handedly. You see, there was an avalanche in the mountains, and their carriage was damaged. And though an avalanche might deter other nobility or perhaps soldiers from passing by, it does not do much to deter highwaymen, bandits, robbers, other people of the unsavory sort. But this guardsman, he believed in his duty to protect these people. And he did. You see, this is a sword that doesn't just demand strength, it also demands stubbornness. This demands a sort of fighter who understands that if they fail, if they move, people will get hurt. Perhaps die. No pressure. But this is meant for a warrior who is as resolute as stone. Perhaps this one might be more to your liking. A weapon made for protecting, who has a history of defending against insurmountable odds. Why don't you see how this one feels in your hand? There you are, yes. Loosen the grip a little. See, as I said, this is not nearly as heavy as a weapon. It feels much more like an extension of you, doesn't it? I think it likes you. You treat this sword right, and you will be an immovable force to be reckoned with. What do you think? Good. I'm glad that you like it. It likes you too, I can tell. I think you're going to protect a lot of people with this sword. Here you are, fighter. If ever you need another weapon, not to replace the xiphos, of course, that one's going to be with you for a very long time. But should you need any other sort of supplementary weapons, you know where to find me now, at the Gilded Scabbard. Ah, hello there. Welcome to the Gilded Scabbard. You're a paladin, aren't you? Yes, I can tell. You have quite the aura about you. Now, how can I help you? Are you looking for a sword, a dagger, perhaps? Something a bit more stealthy, something a bit more utilitarian? A sword, all right. Let me get a good look at you, if you don't mind. I just want to get a sense for which of my blades might take a liking to you. You see, some of them can be very picky, but you do have quite an interesting energy about you. I'm sure we could find you a match. Quite honor-bound, aren't you? Yes, your kind usually are. When you enter battle, do you do so with a plan, with a prayer, or with a roar? Are you the first to strike in a fight, or always the last one standing? All right. Are you looking for something more quick and light, or perhaps something a bit more versatile? Something that reminds your foes that you are not to be trifled with. All right. I have an idea. I've just started this one, haven't I? Seeing as this is not very bad. We'll see. We'll see. This sword has a history of serving paladins. It was forged by the elves. You can see it has a lovely, sleek, lightweight design. A bit narrower down here, and then gets a bit wider at the belly here and tapers off to the point. Some beautiful engravings there, some powerful runes that make sure it will never break. It feels very nice in the hand, lightweight and comfortable. It's got a bit of a curve here to the hilt, meant for dexterity and agility. Now this sword is called Elendrin, the Weeping Blade, some call it. You see, it was said to be wielded by a rather reluctant paladin, one who always sought peace before drawing their sword, and would only ever draw it to defend others. Rather honor-bound, just like you, I think. Now this blade, if you are in the midst of battle, of combat, it also continuously drips holy water when it's being used to fight. That's what gave it the name, the Weeping Blade. And of course it makes it a very powerful weapon against unholy aberrations or undead or the like, and also can be a nice aid for those who can heal using holy water. Quite a unique sword here. Would you like to hold it? See if it likes you. Good. There you are. Yes, very lightweight. But of course, a sword forged by an elf is not easily broken, especially with those runes on it. We're looking for something a bit more versatile, You do seem like you have quite a creative energy to you. Perhaps creative isn't the right word when you're talking about fighting in battles, but intuition, following your instincts, is very, very important on a battlefield. Now, when you're fighting, is silence your ally, or do you prefer a weapon that sings when it's drawn? Okay. Would you rather a weapon that shields your allies or punishes their enemies? I have a very, very unique weapon that I think might be just the sort of thing that you're after. Let's see how this one feels. Not to worry. There'll be much for you someday. Definitely a very unique weapon. just the right person. But maybe. Very sharp still. What do you think? Shall we look over? I take it you've never seen a blade like this before. A nice long saber here with a point excellent for close range combat. Very swift here with the aeration holes and also some serration here as well. So a very, very versatile blade. But what makes this really unique is the hilt here. Actually, an old revolver. You see, this is a weapon both of strength in melee combat and precision in ranged combat. The blade lines up perfectly with the barrel of the pistol here. So it's an excellent clear shot. It's nice, it's almost like a bit of a sighting right there for you on the edge of the blade. Very beautiful, of course. You can see all of this scripted, scrawly design on there. And of course, the revolver. Also a beautiful piece. Now this piece was crafted by an artificer. It was actually commissioned by a knight who, well, for a very long time, thought that ranged fighting was rather cowardly. Hiding somewhere or staying far away from the battlefield to snipe your opponents, it never really was his style of fighting. He rather looked down on it. Until an elder demon tore through half of his order before they could even close the distance to it. It was, well, a very dark day, let's just say that. So he decided that he needed a weapon that could do both. Close range and long range, to be prepared for anything, especially during the demon wars. This is called Saint Caldur's regret. But his regret is your gain. You see, this is a blade that requires precision, of course, but also, well, it was born from someone learning that pride can get people killed. You see, honor doesn't mean dying stupidly. Being able to be versatile on the battlefield can save your life and the lives of countless of others. If you're willing to see what needs to be seen and do what needs to be done. The best way to keep everyone alive is to be prepared for anything. That's what Saint Caldur's regret reminds us of. You like the idea of this one? Well, let's see if it likes the idea of you, shall we? Here you are. Feel that in the hand. Yes, it has got a bit of a weight to it, but the fullers here and the aeration holes and the sleek curves of the blade keep it nice and light and fast in the hand. It's an interesting reaction. What do you think? Good. I'm glad that you like it as much as it seems to like you. You seem like you're one who understands the best victory is the one that keeps everyone safe. Good. Well then, Saint Caldur's regret shall be yours, but not his actual regret. The blade shall keep you from making your own regrets. How is that? Good. I think we can expect great things from you. Thank you for stopping by the Gilded Scabbard. Ah, hello there. I don't get your kind in my shop very often. Usually people who come in here are those looking for a weapon to grant them power. That doesn't seem to be the case with you. Not in the traditional sense, at least. You know, this shop of mine, it can be a bit tricky. My blades in here are very particular of who they let in the door. Many travellers pass by here without ever even seeing it. It doesn't go anywhere, it just doesn't always want to be seen. Yet here you are. No, you might not be in the market for a grand elven sword. Perhaps you're looking for something a bit more practical. Let me get a good look at you, if you don't mind. Yes, you understand that a blade is not simply for taking lives, but also for protection, for nurturing, for aiding those in need. A blade can save your life in more ways than one, not just on the battlefield. I think I could find something for you. I'd say you're looking less for a weapon and more for a tool. Now, are you the sort to maintain your tools carefully, or to sharpen them against the nearest stone and keep walking? Okay. Now, do you need something intimidating or forgettable? Both have their merits, of course, depending on your lifestyle. Sure, all right. Now, what matters more to you? Comfort in the hand or the strength of the steel? Right. Well, don't worry. All of my blades here will be comfortable and strong. But it's good for me to know which one you might prioritize, should you have to. Now, would you rather have a blade that excels at one task or survives 100 different tasks? Right, yes. Now, tell me honestly, are you expecting trouble or just planning ahead? Right. A few different blades that I think might like you. Just a moment. Be a nice place to start, probably. Practical to the core. Still a very beautifully crafted blade. Might be a good fit. We'll see. This one is a very sturdy piece. It's got a lovely curve to the blade here, making it excellent for chopping, but also for more precision slicing. It's got a nice thick spine there, but a perfect appleseed edge that makes the contours very, very strong. The handle here made of a lovely mahogany wood, and of course has a finger well down here which you can use, or you can use the hole as well for a bit of extra sturdiness should you need it. Now, beyond just looks, this has been a very solid, loyal companion to all kinds of people in its life. This knife is called Wayfarer. It's been favoured by caravan guards, wilderness guides, anyone who might need something very versatile. This has skinned wolves, cut rope bridges, opened rationed crates, and once even removed an arrow from a king's shoulder. It's a very versatile, lived-in piece. Sturdy, but still light enough to be very quick when needed. It is practical to its core. Not trying to look impressive. No, no, no. This one was made to last. Not necessarily boast. But last it has. Perhaps that's something that might suit you. Good. You can see it's got an integral tang here that goes all the way down the length of the knife. So the steel is all one continuous homogeneous piece. Makes it nice and sturdy without any sort of pressure points. And the back here has a little hole here, so you could perhaps attach it to a lanyard if you would like, make it easier to hold on to, or perhaps a wrist loop to keep it in your hand, even if you've been ambushed by some goblins in the middle of the night. Very versatile piece. Would you like to hold it? Alright. I think this could really suit you, but let's see if it thinks the same. Yes, I think it would accept you. Very sturdy, like I said. I think it recognizes that you are very sturdy as well. Practical, resourceful. Good in a pinch. And good at making a nice hearty stew as well. Right. Well, it got a decent reaction, but honestly, I was expecting a bit more. That's alright. Maybe you need something just a bit different. Do you do a lot of monster hunting in your profession? Definitely need to be resourceful. Right. It's alright. We'll find a benefit for you. This one, it's more unique. It's a very practical, versatile piece. That could be what we're looking for. Perhaps. Perhaps this one might be more your speed. This, it's It's a very unique piece called Talon Splitter. You can see this one is more of an axe shape to it. A nice sturdy handle made of cherry wood, carved beautifully here with a lovely design, but also a design that gives it a nice sturdy grip. You can see it's been contoured to the shape of fingers grasping it. And there's a lovely dragon motif on there as well. Now you've got a nice curve to the blade here. It could be used for stabbing if need be, but of course it's more attuned to chopping, slicing, both grunt work and precision work. And it's also got a little hook here that could be used to help pry things open if need be. It's very sturdy, very versatile. Now this is a blade, particularly this style, that is popular amongst monster hunters, particularly those who need a field knife sturdy enough for harvesting trophies and breaking through the thick hide of different monsters. You see, personally I think the monster hunters who only do it for sport, well, that leaves a bit to be desired. People who use a knife like this are more of the opinion of, if I kill something, I'm going to use every part of it. I'm going to take what nature gave me with a thankful heart and use it to the best of my ability. Resourceful and not wasteful. It might be messy work, but messy work deserves sturdy steel. It's a rather small, lightweight weapon, but it still has a rather intimidating shape to it. Sometimes a bit of intimidation can go a long way. It would still be very versatile for different tasks, but something tells me that Talon Splitter might be right up your alley. What do you think? Would you like to give this one a try? All right. Yes, it certainly is nice and lightweight, isn't it? Still very sturdy, but a very quick weapon. Give it a swing if you would like. See how that feels. Exactly. Good when you need to defend yourself, of course, but also good for the more hearty, messy tasks as well. I think that one likes you. Quite a lot, actually. It's, as I said, versatile and sturdy, but also has a sort of strange beauty to it. Rustic charm, doesn't it? I think it knows that you appreciate that. Good, good. I think Talon Splitter will serve you well. Well, there you are. Best of luck with the trouble that you're not expecting. If you ever need anything else, I'm sure you'll find your way back here to the Gilded Scabbard.